very good day to you. Just great to be with you again. I want to ask you a question. Do you know where you're going? There are none so blind as those who don't want to see. Let's just go to Luke chapter 19 and see what Jesus says. Luke chapter 19 and verse 42. This is now when Jesus was coming near to Jerusalem. If you ever get a chance to go to Israel, on the slopes of the Mount of Olives, there's a little church there. And that's where they remember the time that Jesus wept like a mother hen over her chicks. And he looked across the valley, the Kidron Valley, and there in the distance is the city of Jerusalem. And he wept over Jerusalem because they would not listen. Now when he drew near, he saw the city and he wept over it. Verse 41, saying, if you had known, even you, especially in this your day, the things that make for your peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes. Do you know that the Lord prophesied there wouldn't be one block standing on top of another in the temple? And it happened, folks. I've heard a theory, I don't know if it's true, when they ransacked Jerusalem, I'm talking about the Romans, after Jesus was crucified and resurrected, the gold on the inside of the temple melted and went through all the rocks. And so the Roman soldiers and all the others broke every rock down to get to the gold. So there wasn't one rock standing on top of another. Jesus knew that, he saw that. And that's why he was weeping over Jerusalem. If only you knew what was coming. I want to say to you, we need to be spiritually awake. We need to have spiritual eyes. I'm not talking about blind eyes. You know, there's some people who can't see physically, but spiritually they are very discerning. One of those men is an old Scottish preacher by the name of George Matheson. George Matheson said some amazing things. I've written some of the things he said on my pad in my prayer room. And one of the things he says, I seek God himself alone. That's all. I don't seek his gifts. I seek him. You know, that is profound. Some of us are always seeking the gifts. Lord, I want to be able to pray for the sick and see them healed. Lord, I want to be prosperous so that I can bless others. Lord, I want to be a great preacher for you. George Matheson said, I seek God alone. Not his gifts, but God. And I want to say to you, we need to be more spiritually alive, folks. We need to start seeing things in the Spirit. Often God makes an opportunity for you and you do not go through the door because you cannot see what God has got in store for you because you're not spending time with him. You need to start to ask God to open your spiritual ears so that you can hear what the Spirit says to you. Jesus says, I've seen your works. I set before you an open door that no man can close. Because I see that you have little strength, but you've kept the faith and you've not denied my name. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 8. Folks, how can you go through the door if you're blind? We need to ask God to give us spiritual eyes. If you look at 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7, we walk by faith and not by sight. Faith is to believe what we cannot see. And St. Augustine says, and the reward of that faith is to see what we believe. You see, you can't please God without faith. God wants you to start to trust him, okay, in the small things. And then he'll make you in charge of bigger things. So let's start to walk by faith and not by sight. Let's start to believe God for the impossible. And when the Spirit of God gives you that unction to move out in faith, let's do it. And God will meet you every step of the way. I know it from my own life. He's a wonderful God. He's for you and he's not against you. Until next time, let's start walking and seeing by faith. Goodbye.